Alright, so this game is Gipf, which the entire system is actually named after. And in fact, although in some ways this is one of the simpler games in the Gipf system, it's also kind of the head of the Voltron if you were ever to play the insane, all these games were one enormous game with sort of Scheherazade sub-game things. This is the central one. We are not going to do that. What we are going to do is play a little Gipf. So, board starts out set up like this, except that to begin the game you move all of the pieces that you've put on these dots in one space, which you'll see happens a lot. So this is really how it sets up. There'll be 3 pieces that neither player uses. Those are for handicapping, but we don't need to worry about that. So you should each have 15 pieces, 12 of which will be on the side, 3 of which will start on the board. So, goal of the game is to capture enough of your opponent's pieces that they cannot make a move. And the way you do that is basically, if you make 4 in a row of your own color, you capture your own pieces and they just go back into your pool. So that's not very exciting. But any opponent's pieces that are on that line of your 4 or more in a row get permanently captured. So on your turn, we'll start with white. You take your piece. You put it on any dot around the board, and then you move it in one space. So, for instance, I could put it here, and then I could move it in here, which would be fine. Or I can move it here, and that will bump that one over. If there is a long line, let's say it was like that, I put this here, that's going to bump both these. Don't try to push it with one because I'll just make a mess. Just move the others. You push opponent's pieces just like you'd push your own piece. So, I mean, obviously white would not go 8 times in a row, but, you know, they could do that, etc., etc. And yeah, as I was saying, if you have it set up so that, I don't know, let's say it's like this, and then white pushes this in, broke my own rule about not pushing them. There we go. Then boom. These go back into white's pool, but this one, since it was attached to a line, is just captured and basically out of the game. And essentially, it's a balance of making sure to capture enough of your own pieces so that you still have stuff in your pool, and getting rid of your opponent's pieces so that eventually they won't be able to move. And that's pretty much it. Oh, and lastly, right, pieces can they start on a dot and they can only move one space. So if somehow there was a piece here, this would just go here and would not do anything. Okay, that should cover it.